Indian Wells just about to get started here, so let's look at the men's side of the bracket and who I feel are the favorites to win this tournament. Shouldn't really come at any surprise here. I'm going with Novak Djokovic, Daniil Medvedev, Jannik Sinner, and Carlos Alcaraz. Now, let's have some fun. Let's kind of break down their roads and what may be transpiring here in this tournament and kind of why I got to this point. We'll get started with the world number one, Novak Djokovic. Looking at his side of the bracket, great draw. I feel almost a walk into the semifinals. I don't see who's going to even challenge him early, right? Who would have Tommy Paul, Casper Ruud. I don't think those guys have what it takes to beat Novak Djokovic. I think Hubert has a great shot of making a run towards the quarterfinals. Could give Novak fits because he is a very big server, but still at the end of the day, I know Novak didn't look super good in that Australian Open, but he's still Novak Djokovic, and I feel that he definitely should be, at least in the semifinals, in the mix of things when this tournament gets further along. Now, let's look at Daniil Medvedev, who's also on that half of Djokovic's bracket. Pretty good draw for Medvedev, in my opinion, when you look at it. I think he should walk into the quarters. I mean, I know you have Dimitrov there, Stan Wawrinka there, but I still like Medvedev in those matchups. Quarterfinals, I think you have likely matchups of Holger, Rune maybe in the mix there, or Taylor Fritz. Fritz would be an interesting matchup. He's somebody that won this tournament here before. I know Rafa Nadal is there too, but he could be a sleeper here. A lot of questions out there with Rafa, his status, his injuries. Hasn't played a lot of tennis this year. So just looking at all of that as a whole, I really feel like Daniil Medvedev definitely the favorite out of that part of the bracket. Now let's go to Jannik Sinner, somebody who's been having a great 2024 here early on. He's somebody who I feel has a good draw, but maybe a little bit of caution out there somewhere. But I still think that Jannik Sinner comes out of that part of the bracket for sure. You have early looks. You have like maybe a Ben Shelton out there who's a big server that maybe causes for some trouble, but I don't think so. Francis Tiafoe's in that side of the bracket, not really sold on him, but it is a hard court. We know what he does on the hard court, so he's out there. I really think you're looking at Andrey Rublev or Stefanos Tsitsipas, who both have great opportunities here to make a run. I know we've spoke about Tsitsipas on this channel before. He's looking to make a deep run somewhere, get an upset, big opportunity for him to do that. But so at the end of the day, looking at all those names, Jannik Sinner, I still feel like is the favorite to come out of that part of the bracket. Now, last but not least, let's get to Carlos Alcaraz, who's coming off that win over Rafa Nadal in Las Vegas in that exhibition that was part of a Netflix special there. Alcaraz, great draw, but I think there's a chance for an upset here. If there's going to be an upset, I think it's going to come out of this part of the bracket. I mean, he should have a walk into the quarterfinals, but if he's to get there, Sasha Zverev's there. Zverev, if you remember, outplayed Alcaraz in the Australian Open. He's having a solid 2024 so far. He's healthy now. That, I think, is a big opportunity for Zverev, and I really think a possibility, maybe even somebody else winning on that side of the bracket. So now if that is the case, we get down to those final four people there. When you look at it, I think this really has Novak Djokovic versus Jannik Sinner written all over it. If that's the case, I'm going to lean towards Sinner because of how great he's been playing in 2024. He's my favorite to win this tournament, but a lot of big names out there. Big chances for other people to get in the mix of things here. We'll see how it all plays out. That's the way I see this tournament going down. Let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are on this bracket and who's going to come out of it.